I recognise, though, given the situation, I cannot deliver the mandate on which I was elected by the Conservative Party. I have therefore spoken to His Majesty the King to notify him that I am resigning as leader of the Conservative Party.
One tabloid has set up a live stream of a head of lettuce to see if it outlasts the beleaguered leader.
As I understand it, the Daily Star, one of the tabloids, said, will Liz Truss outlast a lettuce? Because of a turn of phrase that someone else used, that she's roughly got the shelf life of a lettuce. There we have it. It looks like Danielle, the lettuce, outlasted the Prime Minister.
It did.
The location of the lettuce is a closely guarded secret. Let's just say somewhere in East London. Look, we're having high-level talks about what we're going to do with the lettuce next. I mean, it has to be pretty disastrous if you're losing to veg. I think we at the Daily Star, we're not a very political paper. We don't lean to the left, we don't lean to the right, but we do call out idiots. And I think it was quite evident from quite early on that the whole Truss government was idiotic. And I think we have to shine a light to that. And we shone it through the medium of veg. It's quite dark times, isn't it? So it is nice to have a bit of humour in situations like this, because in many ways the country was going to the dogs. Now, the original idea came from a line in an Economist opinion piece, which said that Truss's shelf life is roughly akin to a lettuce. So we thought, well, sometimes the simplest ideas are the best. We got 60p from petty cash, didn't break the bank, sent a fella down to Tesco's, bought a lettuce. Now, it started off quite nude. Within a day, it had some goggly eyes. Then he got a mouth. The wig was a debate. There was a lot of questions asked about the wig in Daily Star Towers, just because, you know, are we then sort of changing how a lettuce would even rot because it's now wearing a hairpiece? But it gave the wig a lot more personality. The real hero of this is our video guy, Ed, who's pulled a blinder on this. I don't want to say exactly where Ed lives, because the location of the lettuce is a closely guarded secret. Let's just say somewhere in East London. But he's been tending to the lettuce for the last week. It's actually been his week off, but I think he's thoroughly enjoyed it. We're always looking for the angle on this, because we like to shine a light to people and what we call it the Daily Star way into things, which is a bit fun, a bit more irreverent than say other sort of tabloids. And also, you know, you're always looking for a tabloid stunt. It's a good old fashioned way in, something that can capture the public imagination. So I think once we sort of worked out that she wasn't going to last very long, we could see that the lettuce had legs. Actually, after a couple of days, the lettuce literally did have legs. But so that's down to Ed. Let's just not stop with lettuces. You know, we could have a butternut squash in number 11 if we push hard enough. Look, we're having high-level talks about what we're going to do with the lettuce next. One thing was, should we eat it? We can't eat a national treasure. You know, I don't want to say too much, but will it join the Tory party? I don't know. Will it go on a tour? I don't know. So, you know, a couple of things we're throwing around and what to do next. And I'll tell you what, we've got to do it quickly, because that lettuce is on the turn. I mean, at its peak, that live stream, there was 18,000 people on it, and they were literally watching a lettuce. And around it, there was a little community. Like, people were saying goodnight to each other. And for an inanimate object, I could sense the lettuce's pride in its googly eyes. Now, the Daily Star, as I sort of said, you know, it's quite apolitical. It's trying to shine a light on Britain in a fun way, really. And I think this is a perfect publicity stunt, but a tabloid stunt, something that is such a simple idea that people can easily get on board with. And, you know, I was on New Zealand Good Morning TV a couple of hours ago. I've got some other stuff in America booked in. It's really raised the profile of the Daily Star. You know, one thing that has affected us is tabloid news hacks have a big bag of puns, which we go to. We've run out of lettuce puns. There is no other lettuce puns I think we've exhausted all of them here. So we were glad that Liz left yesterday, because we were scraping that bottom of that barrel there.